Hi everyone, it's Tatyana from Tatyana's Everyday Food and welcome back to my kitchen. Oh boy, do I have a mousse cake for you guys today. I'll be making my blackberry peach champagne mousse cake with a chocolate sponge cake base filled with blackberry preserves. This is the mousse cake of your dreams. Let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. I'm going to get things started with my chocolate sponge cake base. Into my mixing bowl, I'm going to add 3 large eggs, half a cup of white granulated sugar, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And now I'm going to mix this on high speed until my eggs are white and fluffy. And now for my dry ingredients, I've measured out half a cup of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of dark cocoa powder and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Just combine that all together. I transferred my egg mixture into a glass bowl so you guys can see the texture that you're going for. And now it's time to add the dry ingredients. I'm going to sift them in gradually in small batches and fold the dry mixture into the eggs gently but thoroughly. You want to make sure you keep all that volume. To bake my cake, I'm using a 9-inch springform pan, and this is the same pan that I'm going to put my mousse cake together in. I'm going to add in all of my chocolate sponge cake batter. Just take a spatula and spread everything evenly to the edges, and this is ready to go into my preheated oven, which I have set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to bake for about 15 to 18 minutes. Once your sponge cake has cooled completely, you want to grab a long serrated knife and split the cake layer in half. I've measured out about half a cup of blackberry preserves. And to that, I'm going to add about 2-3 tablespoons of this raspberry liqueur. The liqueur is optional. I just like that it kind of breaks down the sweetness a little bit. And then stir that together. And now I'm going to get started on my mousse filling. Into my mixing bowl, I'm going to pour in 2 cups of cold heavy cream. And you want to make sure that it's nice and cold so it whips up nicely. And to that, I'm going to add in half a cup of white granulated sugar. I'm going to mix this at medium speed until I get soft peaks. Next, I'm going to add in 12 ounces of whipped cream cheese. Now you can also use a block of regular cream cheese. Just whisk it ahead of time so it's light and fluffy. I'm going to drop this all in. And now I'm going to mix this on a medium-high speed until I have a light and fluffy mixture. And in the end, you should get a really smooth and fluffy mixture. And now it's time to work on that real peach flavor. I'm going to drop in 1 cup of chopped peaches into a food processor and pour in 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk. To really enhance that sparkling wine flavor in my cake, I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of sparkling wine extract. And puree all this together until you have a smooth mixture. And now onto my gelatin. And today I'm actually going to be dissolving this in a 1/4 cup of sparkling wine. And if you don't want to add the alcohol, you can use a 1/4 cup of white grape juice. I'm going to sprinkle on 1/2 ounce or 2 packets of unflavored gelatin. Stir that around. And I'm going to take this over to the microwave and heat it in intervals of about 10 to 15 seconds, and you want to stir after each segment until the gelatin is completely dissolved. And now it's time to bring everything together. I have my whipped cream and cream cheese mixture. To that, I'm going to pour in my peaches and sweetened condensed milk. Just grab a spatula and gently fold all that together. And now I'm going to add in my fruit. I have 1 cup of fresh blackberries and 1 cup of chopped peaches. I'm going to gently fold that into my mousse mixture. And lastly, I'm going to pour in my champagne and gelatin mixture and then fold that in. I've returned my chocolate cake back into my springform pan, and now I'm going to pour on my mousse. I'm going to use a flat spatula to level off the top. And this is ready to go into the refrigerator. I'm going to place it in the fridge and let it chill for about 6 hours, or best if you leave it in there overnight. And to garnish the top of my mousse cake, I'm going to prepare a simple champagne flavored whipped cream. Into my mixing bowl, I'm going to pour in 1 cup of cold heavy cream, add 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar, and about 1 teaspoon of sparkling wine extract. And then I'm going to whisk this all together until I have a light and fluffy whipped cream. My mousse cake has set overnight, and now it's time to get it out of the pan. You want to grab a flat spatula and insert it along the edge. I'm going to finish the cake off with my whipped cream. And now it's time to cut into this beauty to see what it looks like on the inside. And hopefully we can get some of those peaches and blackberries as well. So grab a nice sharp knife. Oh, look at that. I absolutely love that you can see chunks of fruit in there. Got my blackberries, peaches, and that chocolate cake is really soaked in the blackberry and raspberry liqueur that we added. It's going to taste so great with this mousse cake. And I love to serve this with a little extra dollop of whipped cream on the side. And that's it, guys, for my blackberry mousse cake. Just keep it refrigerated until you're ready to serve it. Now it's time to dig in and give this a try. I love to get some extra whipped cream. Scoop down, get some chocolate cake layer in the bottom. This mousse cake is to die for good. I absolutely love that you can actually taste all the different flavor components here. The champagne, the light and fruity peach, the blackberries, the chocolate sponge cake base, and you add a little champagne whipped cream on top, and you are all set with an amazing flavor combination. If you guys like a fruity, light and airy dessert, make sure to give this mousse cake a try. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video recipe, and I'll see you next time.